In SGML, HTML and XML documents, the logical constructs known as character data and attribute values consist of sequences of characters, in which each character can manifest directly, or can be represented by a series of characters called a character reference, of which there are two types, a numeric character reference and a character entity reference. This article lists the character entity references that are valid in HTML and XML documents. A character entity reference refers to the content of a named entity. An entity declaration is created by using the NLT, entity name, value, and GT syntax in a document type definition. Character reference overview. A numeric character reference refers to a character by its universal character set Unicode code point, and uses the format an AMP #N or an AMP #X, where N is the code point in decimal form, and HHHH is the code point in hexadecimal form. The X must be lowercase in XML documents. The NNNN or HHHH may be any number of digits and may include leading zeros. The HHHH may mix uppercase and lowercase, though uppercase is the usual style. In contrast, a character entity reference refers to a character by the name of an entity which has the desired character as its replacement text. The entity must either be predefined or explicitly declared in a document type definition. The format is the same as for any entity reference, and AMP name, where name is the case-sensitive name of the entity. The semicolon is required. Standard public entity sets for characters. ISO entity sets. SGML supplied a comprehensive set of entity declarations for characters widely used in Western technical and reference publishing for Latin, Greek and Cyrillic scripts. The American Mathematical Society also contributed entities for mathematical characters. HTML entity sets. Early versions of HTML built in small subsets of these, relating to characters found in 3 Western 8-bit fonts. MathML entity sets. The W3C developed a set of entity declarations for MathML characters. XML entity sets. The W3C MathML working group took over maintenance of the ISO public entity sets, combined with the MathML, and documents them in XML entity definitions for characters. This set can support the requirements of XHTML, MathML, and as an input to future versions of HTML. HTML5 adopts the XML entities as named character references. However, it restates them without reference to the sources and does not group them into sets. The HTML5 specification additionally provides mappings from the names to Unicode character sequences using JSON. Numerous other entity sets have been developed for special requirements, and for major and minority scripts. However, the advent of Unicode has largely superseded them. Predefined entities in XML. The XML specification does not use the term character entity or character entity reference. The XML specification defines 5 predefined entities representing special characters, and requires that all XML processes honor them. The entities can be explicitly declared in a DTD as well, but if this is done, the replacement text must be the same as the built-in definitions. XML also allows other named entities of any size to be defined on a per-document basis. The table below lists the 5 XML predefined entities. The name column mentions the entity's name. The character column shows the character. To render the character, the format an AMP name is used. For example, and AMP renders as an AMP. The Unicode code point column cites the character via standard UCS Unicode U+ notation, which shows the character's code point in hexadecimal. The decimal equivalent of the code point is then shown in parentheses. The standard column indicates the first version of XML that includes the entity. The description column cites the character via its canonical UCS Unicode name in English. Entities representing special characters in XHTML. The XHTML DTDs explicitly declare 253 entities whose expansion is a single character, which can therefore be informally referred to as character entities. These have the same names and represent the same characters as the 252 character entities in HTML. Also, by virtue of being XML, XHTML documents may reference the predefined AMP APOS entity, which is not one of the 252 character entities in HTML. Additional entities of any size may be defined on a per-document basis. However, the usability of entity references in XHTML is affected by how the document is being processed. If the document is read by a conforming HTML processor, then only the 252 HTML character entities can safely be used. The use of an AMP APOS or custom entity references may not be supported and may produce unpredictable results. If the document is read by an XML parser that does not or cannot read external entities, then only the 5 built-in XML character entities can safely be used, although other entities may be used if they are declared in the internal DTD subset. If the document is read by an XML parser that does read external entities, then the 5 built-in XML character entities can safely be used. The other 248 HTML character entities can be used as long as the XHTML DTD is accessible to the parser at the time the document is read. Other entities may also be used if they are declared in the internal DTD subset. Because of the special an AMP APOS case mentioned above, only an AMP QUOT and AMP and AMP LT and an AMP GT will work in all processing situations.